Yo guys, what up? BlueGangsta here. Uh, it's about heat, and I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible, right? So back then, in the CBT, CNT, you was able to do stuff like this, and then into screw and whatever. No longer possible, right? Right now, what you gotta do is into screw, into enter, right? If you want to use the heat dash in a combo, I have to go here. You have to be in heat beforehand. Something like that. Otherwise you get no follow-up after the dash anymore, right? That's the nerf. But there are also a couple other nerfs, like okay, the range is a buff, but it has more startup because it's a power crush now, so it's kind of plus minus situation. And they also shortened the time span of the heat, plus they buffed the damage scaling, meaning while in heat you deal less damage. For example, if I do 70, right? Now let's not use heat now. Shorter combo, same damage. Let's do something shorter so you can see what I mean. 66, 68, right? 71. And the longer the combo goes, the less damage you deal if you use the heat burst in a combo. Same goes for a heat dash, because both of those are heat moves, right? So using heat in a combo is right now counterproductive, as the longer it goes, the less damage you get out of it. Plus, it nerfed a lot of characters, or let's say their combo routes, because Kazuya and other characters, even if I do 3 electrics, can no longer bound after certain juggles, right? This takes like more than half of Kazuya's combo routes away. Oh boy. So the thing is, where should I use heat? As power crush, of course, if you don't want to use this, because then you can at least okay, you can't see it now as it resets. Then you're in heat and you can use the ender for some extra damage, and also using heat burst into heat ender right away when you're at the wall to get a balcony break, wall break, whatever, that type of stuff. Because at the Azucena stage, for example, if you break the floor, do a combo, you break the floor, then you carry on to the wall and you want to get this wall burst, then you no longer can get it or trigger it with regular moves. You have to use the heat ender to trigger the wall burst after the floor break, right? If you are down there, floor break, you're down there, and then you start a combo, you can do it with like regular moves like these. You don't need the heat ender. But if you want to use both of those, let's say, factors in one combo, you have to go with the heat ender, right? And now that's the thing. Their argument was to shorten combos because they are too long. The funny thing is, as far as I know, those who were complaining about combos being too long in Tekken 8 are those people who are not able to pull them off. So why are they complaining about it? Especially if you're a beginner or you don't know much about the game, you watch pro players on stream, tournaments, whatever, and they know the game, they know their stuff, they have the execution. Why shouldn't they be able to pull it off? Because in order to get that type of combo, you need to launch your opponent. And if you're not just button mashing and randomly getting a launcher, if you're really playing the game the way you should be playing it, then getting a launcher is like one of basically the rarest things in a match. So if you brought yourself into the position where you are able to launch your opponent, then you should get rewarded for it. So why does it matter if the combo is 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or 30 seconds long? Especially in this version, it doesn't really matter that much because the heat timer and the damage scaling, that those nerfs are so big that nobody, not one pro player would do a 30-second combo because he knows the damage scaling is so much. I probably deal way more damage if I shorten the combo in a case of using less of heat. So the argument is like nullified. And my main issue with this is, first, you brought in a new mechanic to represent the game, right? To tell everybody this is Tekken 8. It's not like Tekken 7, right? And now Tekken 8 is like heat, but you use it in only two situations: Power Crush and Heat Ender for interactions, basically for wall bursts and balcony breaks and stuff. Meaning, in a match, you will see it like just a couple of seconds, 5 seconds or so, and then you're not going to see it the whole match because it's counterproductive. You shouldn't be using it in combos and stuff because of scaling. So what's the main argument here? It doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it. It was OP at the beginning with the two chains, and yes, it was an argument that it was too long. But all those side nerfs you gave to Heat, with especially the damage scaling, even if I could right here could do a combo with Heat Burst into Heat Dash, it probably would do an amount of damage that is not worth it. That is not worth it. And the most important factor, next to it's actually the core system of the game, but we basically made it useless, is you took the fun out of the game. That's the most important factor. The reason why people play your game is because it's fun. Well, Heat is no longer fun because you no longer have those routes. You no longer are able to do like go into the lab and experiment with it because all those roads are gone now. Right? Like who, if in Heat, let's just say I'm in Heat, right? And you got like 10 seconds max. You got 10 seconds max. In those 2 seconds, in those 10 seconds, you have to somehow launch your opponent, bring your opponent into the situation where you can launch it just so you can pull off a 30-second combo. Like, what the hell? How? How are you going to be able to do it while you are in Heat? If you look, you see, it's almost just half, meaning it's not even 10 seconds, it's just 5 seconds. How are you going to launch your opponent within 5 seconds so you can get a 30-second combo? It's not happening. Not happening. So it's completely BS. That change, that you can no longer use both Heat mechanics in one combo, is completely BS. First, because of the scaling it does, so nobody would use it anyway. And secondly, Secondly, if you already are in heat, you are not going to get a combo where you can use your heat dash. So it nullifies basically all of it. Meaning, heat is only there for 2 situations. Also meaning, heat is counterproductive. You took the fun out of the game because some noobs just said, the combos are way too long. And you nerfed Kazuya to death as a side effect. Brother, what the hell is they doing? I'm out.